There's a very specific kind of beauty that feels safe. The kind that wraps around you like a blanket, soft colors, gentle lines, a world that feels like it was designed to protect you. That's the first promise which Atelier makes, and we see that in the first two episodes. It looks like a dream, like something that doesn't want to hurt you. But then you sit with it a little longer and you start to notice something beneath the softness, something precise, something cold, because in this world, magic isn't a miracle, it's a system. And the moment you realize that, the entire story changes. Coco believes in magic the way most of us do. Distant, untouchable, something you are either born into or logged out forever. And honestly, that belief is comforting. Because if something is gifted, then it's not your fault you don't have it. We do this all the time. We look at mastery, art, music, intelligence, and we call it talent. Not because it's true, but because it's easier. Because if it's magic, then we don't have to confront the work. But Witch Hat Atelier doesn't let you stay in that illusion. When Grimfrey appears, he doesn't perform a miracle. He sits down, he draws, and in that quiet moment, some kind of devastating happened. Magic stops being special and it becomes accessible. This is where the series becomes something else entirely, because the magic here isn't emotional. It's not about belief, it's not about destiny, it's about control. Lines, angles, proportions, every spell is constructed. If your hand slips, it fails. If your spacing is wrong, it collapses. And there is something almost uncomfortable about that, because we want magic to feel alive, we want it to feel free. But here, it feels deliberate, engineered, and somehow that's what makes everything beautiful, because it reminds you of something real. A painter doesn't just feel their way through the masterpiece. They understand structure, perspective, light. The freedom comes after the discipline, not before. And then there's the part people don't talk about, the cost. I got to represent something very real. Not cruelty, not arrogance, but exhaustion. Because she understands what magic actually demands. Her hands are stained permanently, and that detail is so small because it says everything. This isn't fantasy anymore. It's labor, it's repetition, it's failure. It's doing the same thing over and over until it finally works. And when she looks at Coco, she doesn't just see potential. She sees someone who hasn't paid the price. That tension between passion and discipline is where the story really lives. Because you need both. You need the wonder to begin, but you need the sacrifice to continue. What makes Witch Hat Atelier so special is that it doesn't take away from you. It reminds you. It tells you that magic is real, but it's not something you are given. It's something you build, line by line, mistake by mistake. And there is something quietly terrifying about that, because it makes the barrier isn't safe. It's effort. It means the only thing standing between you and mastery is whether you're willing to keep going, even when it's frustrating, when even it stops feeling magical. So maybe the real question isn't, do you have the talent? It's, are you willing to sit down and pick up the pen and draw the first line? And if there's one thing which Atelier reminds us, it's that the most beautiful thing in life aren't effortless. They are earned.